What's up, everybody? Whether you're a Spark driver, a DoorDash driver, an Amazon Flex driver, no matter the gig app you use, should you be tracking your miles? Are you tracking your miles? Let's talk about it right now. When it comes to gig work, tracking your miles is the number one thing you're going to want to do no matter what. If it's the only thing you do to help you during tax season, this is the thing that will help you the most. And I'm going to show you my information from 2024 from my Stride app just to show how many miles I've driven and how much that equals in deductions when I did my taxes. You're going to see the numbers here shortly, but first let's talk about when you should start tracking your miles, where you should do it, and what are the ways to do it. First and foremost, some drivers are okay with just pulling up to where they like to start and then starting to track their miles there, and that's just fine. But if you're a commuter and you drive from city to city to go to another place to start working, I think you could be safe to say that you could actually start your app tracking mileage when you leave your door, and I call this door-to-door mileage tracking. This is because you are actively pursuing going to work, and you're actively coming back as well, and you're using that vehicle for that work purpose. I think this is perfectly legal. I know people who actually go to their tax professional and they track door-to-door mileage, and they've never had any concerns with their tax professional filing this way. If you feel uncomfortable with that method, I would consider just going to your starting location, or once you enter the lip of the zone, turn on your app, because then you're looking for orders and you start tracking right then and there. Don't sell yourself short by only tracking from when you very first start, the very last order you end on, you just stop it right there. That may make you feel more comfortable, but I don't think it's fully required, and I don't think you have to be so scared to stop at that moment. So how do we track this mileage? What are the best ways? Well, in my opinion, the best way is to download an app, either going to use Stride, S-T-R-I-D-E. You can find it on your App Store, Google Play. Also, Everlance. You can find that also on your App Store or Google Play. And you can download it on your phone. And right when you go to start tracking your miles, you just click on your app, click Track Miles, and it'll literally follow you around all day long, tracking your mileage. And it keeps the amount of deductions that you're receiving for that year. So if you need to have a look back, you can have that information all the way back through the end of the year. It's a really awesome app, really easy to use, and it helps you at the end of the year when you have to enter in how many miles you've actually used your vehicle for delivery. The secondary way that I would say is not as effective, but you could still use it, is to turn your trip odometer back to 0 each time that you get out in your car. And when you get done back at your house, if you're doing door-to-door mileage tracking, look at it and see how many miles you drove. Write it down in a database somewhere in your computer, track the numbers at the end of the year, add those up, and then have that information for your tax professional or for TurboTax when you go through your taxes. Those would be the most effective ways, in my opinion. Definitely the app is the most effective way, and it's going to be the most user-friendly way. Now let's talk about the why you want to track your mileage. I'm going to show right now my 2024 information off my Stride app, and you can see right here that in 2024, I drove 22,000 plus miles, and my deductions were $14,912. And this right here can be written off on your taxes and can save you big bucks. It helps lower your earned income amount that is taxable. So at the end of the year, your taxable income is a lower number. That way you're not taxed on that total amount. This is a critical piece of gig work, and I think it's why a lot of gig workers get out of it after the first year. When they didn't track their mileage, they go to do their taxes, they don't know how many miles they drove, or they put 0 in there, and all of a sudden they owe a lot of money back because we are 1099 employees or independent contractors, and they get caught not knowing their information, and then they owe money, and it's a lot of money, and so they quit doing gig work. If you track your mileage, you see how many miles you're actually putting on your car, you see how many miles the deductions are, you really get a better understanding of what's going on in this gig space as a person who's trying to make a real go of it, either full-time or part-time, and you can truly see how profitable it can be as a gig worker. It will help you save money, it'll help you save stress, it'll help you understand whether or not you want to continue as a gig worker. And you know what? It's really easy. These apps make it so easy for us to track our mileage, to use those when we do TurboTax or we take them to our professionals. So this is the why, and you need to do it. Everybody watching should be tracking their mileage. Download Stride or download Everlance and use these apps and make it happen for you. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you guys enjoy using these apps and you learn and you grow with your gig work. You all take care.